homies! Welcome back, and today I'll be doing a part 2 of How to Get Rich and Adopt Me. If you haven't seen part 1, feel free to check it out. Also, I'm sorry for being kind of late on talking about it, but I have friended the winner for the Violet Butterfly giveaway. So I will be joining her, and I'll give it to her soon. So I hope you all like these tips, and now it's time to get into the video. Alrighty, so my first tip is to know what values to use. In Adopt Me, there are 3 main types of value sets. They are normal values, preppy values, and happy values. So normal values are just like the name. They're basically just regular values. For example, like an Arctic reindeer, it's worth a little bit less than an owl, and a frost dragon is worth about double an evil unicorn. So those are the normal values because they're just normal things, and I would really recommend to use this because it's insanely useful. And also use value websites like AlphaBread and AdoptMeValues.gg because those work out really well. Preppy values are basically when the cuter something is, the more it's worth. Preppy traders aren't exactly that hard to find. However, I wouldn't recommend using this type of value, but I would really recommend finding these people who use preppy values and trade them preppy pets because they'll normally overpay. Like for example, this dodo, it's a really preppy pet because it's really cute and colorful. And another example of a preppy pet would probably be like queen bees. I remember I've gotten really good overpays for these. And also glyptodons and rams too, anything exotic. The last set of values is happy values, and I also wouldn't really recommend using this one because it's pretty much just where you overpay for a pet because you like the way it looks or something. And if you use happy values, you're just going to degrade your inventory. So basically what I'm trying to say with this tip is that I recommend to use normal values for yourself, but you should really try to find traders who use happy and preppy values because they just might overpay if you have a pet that they're looking for. And also, please do not overpay for your dream pets. After you use these tips, you should really be able to get your dream pets, and I hope that I can help, which brings us to our next tip. So now for this next tip, this one is a really good tip for getting a lot of bucks and Adopt Me cash. So basically, sadly this only works if you have 2 devices. So you're gonna get your alt account, and as you can see I have it set as a baby and an Arctic reindeer here. And you're going to pick up your alt account as a baby and the pet and your pet, and you might be wondering how this is a useful tip. Well, actually you can care for your alt account when it's a baby as well as its pet and your pet, and you'll get the money for it. And I absolutely love this because you're basically getting triple the money, and it's a really useful way to make neons and megas faster because you can just trade the pet to your alt account, and then you can just age 2 pets at a time, and the more alt accounts the better. There's honestly no limit, and that's part of how I have a lot of Adopt Me money. So I really hope that helps you all out. Now for this next tip. Some of you might not have it, but for those of you that do, this is how to spend your Robux. So I'm actually guilty of this. Some of you might have done it, but never ever buy the little treats and stuff that you throw out to get either an ultra rare, legendary, or a better legendary, because you're honestly better off just trading for those, and it's honestly just a waste of Robux because you're most likely just gonna get the ultra rare. But the thing that I'd really recommend doing is buying ride potions, because these are actually worth a decent legendary or anything. Why am I scrolling through my pets? Where's the food? But I really recommend buying the ride potions because you can even get 2 decent legendary pets off of them. you can get some really, really good stuff. And also, like, the 2x pet certification, you can also get really good stuff off of that. I know that you might be wondering if you can get fly potions as well. I mean, I guess that you can, but they're worth about the same, and I wouldn't really recommend it because I feel like more people would rather ride their pet than fly their pet. And the ride potions are just cheaper, so it's pretty much just a win-win. So yeah, that's basically my tip on how to spend your Robux. Obviously, I can't tell you what to do with it, but please do not buy the plantains to tame the... What am I even saying? Just don't buy the little treats where you feed the pets, or like vehicles and gifts and stuff. And now for this last tip. This one has helped me out so insanely much. I have done the Common to Legendary Challenge. So basically, the Common to Legendary Challenge is when you start off with a common item and then you trade it for an uncommon pet, then you trade it for a rare pet, then an ultra rare, and you pretty much get the idea. And you should end up with a legendary pet in the end, but please keep in mind this won't happen in a really short period of time. Like, it should take like an hour or more or so depending on the server that you're in, but just keep on server hopping and seeing what you can do with it, because you can get some pretty good stuff off of this challenge, and it just makes trading a lot more fun. And I overall just really love the Common to Legendary Challenge. And guess what? Fun fact, I have actually gotten this Diamond Unicorn off of trying this technique. That's proof that it actually works. And I like the Diamond Unicorns, and I actually started off with a sandwich, which is so insane to me. And don't you have to be playing Adopt Me for like a year to get it? So anyways, that's all of the tips that I have. I hope you all enjoyed. See ya!